Coming up on Auburn Gymnastics 360, highlights of Auburn versus Alabama, meet the team's athletic trainer, we go in the gym with Caitlin Atkinson and Megan Walker, and a look ahead to Auburn's meet against Georgia. War Eagle and welcome to Auburn Gymnastics 360. I'm Carly McCall. This past week, the Tigers were back in Auburn Arena to host Alabama. The team recorded its second highest score in program history in front of more than 7,000 fans.
It was a phenomenal environment. You know, it's one of our biggest crowds ever.
It was awesome. It was a lot of fun, just something I'm not used to, and it was just really easy to feed off and focus in on our bubble and just have a good time.
The atmosphere was great. It was easy to work with and very motivating.
Have fun, right? We're all here to see you.
That's what you want to start off the team. You want a solid ball that you know is going to hit.
I think the landing is something I need to improve on, but overall I think it was still a pretty good ball.
This weekend I was more focused on fixing my form in the air rather than sticking, and so that's what my thing was. I took that step because I was trying to fix my form, and so the step just went along with it.
Solid vault for Auburn. And that's the vault that Auburn wanted to see. That's what they needed, that stuck landing, nice and high, and look, she's excited.
See that explosion off the vault. Gets those arms back quick, little flare out.
I felt like my vault was really good. I did the full this week as well as last week, and so just kind of learning to settle it down and land it.
Get on a roll, let's keep it going, okay?
Freshman has been in the bar lineup every meet since she's been here. Wow, stuck blind landing. Like we said earlier, those blind landings are really hard to stick.
See her very
Line
nice.
change. Stradabeck, nice handstand there.
Very nice.
Kurt said a lot of different things to me throughout the week leading up to this meet. Just a few more keywords I had in mind throughout my routine that helps me.
Wow, 2 for 2 on the landing.
Very nice.
That concept, nice and high. You want to see the rise above the bar. And nice landing. The Jaeger straight into a bail.
Pretty. Notice on this double A, she's fully laid out.
Wow.
Perfectly stuck landing.
Those are the landings they're needing.
I've started a little thing now where Jeff comes and talks to me before I do my routine because he knows how much I stress out and worry myself. And whatever he says, it just calms me down a little bit, so I know I just have to do one set. That's it.
And we're going for a double A dismount. 5 for 5 tonight on those landings.
That's very nice bar rotation for Auburn. You can tell that they've really been working on their lines. Very nice staccato.
Felt really good to do another solid bar routine. Been working really hard on the little things, keeping my feet together, handstands, all those little details of stuck landings. So to continually see that payoff is very rewarding.
Full twisting double back. And wow, you can tell they really focused on those landings the past couple meets.
Keep it doing this. It doesn't get better. 1, 2, 3.
Just gonna do a nice cat leap, gain her full dismount.
We finally saw a beam performance like we see in practice all the time. That's what we can do on any night, and it was just nice to see the girls settle down and do what they typically do.
Only been working the skill for about 2 weeks now. This weekend I was still really focused on the new skill. It went too aggressive, and so I ran out of room at the end of the beam and foot slipped, and I gave it all I got and somehow made it around to my feet.
2 flips before she lands. And that was a beautiful routine. She is excited.
I definitely remember smiling after my series, which I'm not typically somebody to break concentration to smile, but I could feel that I was on and it made me really happy. It could have been better. I had a few balance checks, wobbles, but I'm still working on the little things as well on beam and just allowing myself to do the beam that I know how to do.
Auburn Tiger! Auburn Tiger! Guys, this looks like practice. 1 minute at a time. Go out there, kick it.
Beautiful front layout, front full.
It's really important to start strong off on floor and set the tone for everyone else that follows me. That lead-off spot is a really important position.
Very nice floor set to open up for the Tigers.
Brittany's definitely one of the more powerful gymnasts, specializing on floor and vault. Big opening pass. Nice front layout, front full.
That's what we get from MJ. She's a power girl and has a lot of energy and has a lot of spunk. Just a lot of fun to watch her, and for a freshman to be able to do that in that environment, it just makes me think that the bigger the stage, the better she gets.
MJ had a 9.925 on floor. Beautiful middle pass.
This one felt a little off to me. I didn't feel like my normal, but I feel like I made it work and I worked through all the little kinks that I felt.
Gymnastics is a physically demanding sport. The gymnast's safety is the top priority. Athletic trainer Janet Taylor works behind the scenes to maintain the athlete's health.
It's a very different sport from any other sport. I mean, you're not looking at lower body injuries or just upper body injuries. You're looking at the whole body. I mean, from the head to the ankles to the backs to the elbows to the knees. You get a little bit of everything in gymnastics.
I think it's hard for people to realize right away all the different intricacies that go with gymnastics, and there's a lot of wear and tear and some pain that these girls deal with on a consistent basis, and your athletic trainer needs to have a really good idea on when to push, when not to push, when to treat, when not to treat, and she also needs to have a really good feel for your athletes.
Now in her 9th year with the team, Janet has a great understanding of the sport.
I think having been with this sport for so long and knowing what goes into practice day in and day out, when someone does get injured, I have knowledge of, I may not be able to do these skills, but I know what they need to do them. It makes it easier to have someone that understands that, so okay, this is what we need to start with. To build ourselves up to doing a skill again.
I think it's a huge advantage because she knows whenever we come to her with an injury, she can tell if it's something that's major or something that's minor, and she knows exactly what to do to fix it.
The fact that she actually understands what gymnastics really does to our body and how gymnastics affects us, I think it's really great that she can actually understand what we're going through and be able to manage not just our bodies, but our minds as well.
Janet has a great relationship with the team and knows the best way to assist each athlete.
I love these girls. They are so great, and there's some days that they get on my last nerve, and there's some days that you really have to come down on them and put a little discipline in their lives. But for the most part, I love them, and we get along so great. And I'm like their second mom. They can text me or call me at 3 in the morning, and most of the time I'll hear my phone and answer it.
Sometimes I question, how much I have to do and what truly does help me, but I know at the end of the day she's been doing this for so long, and she does know what's going to benefit me and what's going to help me, so I believe in her.
They are all completely different. Every single one of them is completely different, and it just kind of makes me laugh because there's some of them that have to have this certain tape this way, and there's some of them that have to have you know, the pre-wrap this way, and it makes me laugh every single day. And if I don't get, you know, 2 rings around somebody's foot with tape before I go, you know, around their ankle, they get so mad at me. And they're like, no, you have to do it over. But they, you know, are very high maintenance, but make me laugh every single day. And, you know, that's why I do this job. I love it. I love laughing. I love being with them. And they keep me entertained and on my toes. And, yeah, they're just a great group of girls to work with.
She works long hours with the goal of keeping everybody healthy and ready to compete.
This is my first job, and people always ask you, you know, your 5 to 10 year goals or what your dream job would be. And I said working with a women's team at a Division I institution, and I got that right out of grad school. You know, when someone gets a serious injury or they have surgery or they're out for a long time, you know, I'm with them every single day. And, you know, there's a lot of crying, there's a lot of tears, but at the end, when they can come back and do that bar routine, you know, it makes it worth it. And they're so excited, and you're so excited with them. And, you know, it does. It makes the long hours definitely worth it.
Keep it up!
Now it's time to go in the gym. Today, Caitlin Atkinson and Megan Walker show us a dismount on bars.
I'm Caitlin Atkinson, and this is Megan Walker, and she's going to show you a double layout on bars. A double layout is 2 saltos in a laid out or stretch position coming off the bar and landing on the ground in a stick position. She's going to go kip, cast handstand, 1 giant, and then let go and flip 2 times in a laid out position and stick. Next time you're at an Auburn Gymnastics meet, look for Megan Walker's double out off bars as she sticks the landing.
On Friday night, another rival comes to town. It's a top 10 matchup between Georgia and Auburn and the annual Flip for the Cure meet.
We moved up in the rankings to 10th, and they actually canceled their meet last weekend because of the ice storm, so they're going to be well rested, and they're ranked 6th. So it doesn't get any easier for us. We get another top 10 program, and then basically it's another arch rival that comes in here.
Georgia should be just as exciting as Alabama. There's going to be a lot of people there because Georgia's so close.
There's nothing like the atmosphere that gets created when you bring a high-level ranked team into Auburn Arena, and obviously Georgia has that. So it'll be another fun week for us, another opportunity to really capitalize on being at home. We don't have a lot of home meets left for the year, so it's really nice to just try to make the most of each experience.
It's going to be great competition. We're just going to continue to do our normal thing. We're going to stay in our bubble, not worry about what they're doing, and do the gymnastics we know how to do. I mean, there are little things that we are still working on, our landings, our toes. Every little tenth makes that difference.
It's definitely going to be a challenging week for the entire team. We have to adjust to the changes that have been placed in front of us. And what it really will do in the long run, it will make our team more deep.
Well, we're going to have to change lineups. We're going to actually use the rest of these 4 meets in the regular season to make sure that we're solidifying lineups, and that might not mean so much as putting new people in. It might just mean moving people around as well. So we're right back to a little bit of preseason mode where we're just trying to make sure we're putting people in the best possible spot to be successful.
It's going to be good to see them step up and see them take their role because they've been in that alternate spot. So to just see them really step up and see how they can compete, I think it'll be good for us.
You know, it's our pink meet this weekend, so that's really exciting. We're wearing some new stuff, and I think that in itself will cheer up the team. It should be a really good weekend.
It's the pink meet, it's the Flip for the Cure meet, so it's all about breast cancer awareness, and we're hoping the fans come out and support us because they were a huge part of our success last Friday night against Alabama, and we need them this Friday.
That's it for this episode of Auburn Gymnastics 360. Remember to wear pink on Friday to support the fight against breast cancer. War Eagle.